find a comfort in using recycled materials. It's not a focus of my work by any means, but it's something that I just feel personally good about and comfortable with. I just love finding a piece of fabric, more often than not a piece of clothing, that I know I'm going to tear up and make into something completely different. This is a piece of denim from a pair of jeans I thrifted, as you would say in America. This is a piece of an old skirt of mine that I almost never wore, but I kept and kept and kept. And finally I said, right, that's it, it's going off to the charity shop. And then fortunately I made that choice, that decision, after I discovered fibre art. So I immediately thought, well, of course this can go into my work. I've cut a circle. At the moment I've got this idea of release, expression, breaking out, and I immediately began distressing the edges of this, as you can see, I think. And to me, it looks like a violent act, but I don't feel I'm performing a violence on the cloth. I feel I'm setting it free. You know, it's woven tight and asked to conform, and there's absolutely a beauty in that. And I often I'm often drawn to symmetry and balance in that way, uniformity. I find a great peace in that, but likewise I'm also drawn to chaos and absolutely freedom. And in this instance, I guess it was expressing what I was thinking about breaking free. I've also cut a piece of corduroy from corduroy pants, which were about a size 22, which is fantastic, because if you're looking to use clothing, go for the big sizes, more cloth for your money. I've cut this little, I don't know, a little window perhaps. I wanted something, I'm feeling quite strong today after a few days of tension and sadness. I'm feeling strong. I hesitate to say positive. It's not that I don't feel positive, but it's not quite accurate. I would say I feel strong. I feel centered, perhaps rooted even. And so when I feel that way, I tend to be drawn to strong colours. And in this instance, this very deep purple and red. I love red when I'm feeling strong. I have this love of spirals. I've yet to stitch one. I don't know, I'm put off by it. I've done elliptical circles, I've done circles, I've done elliptics. I mean, it's not that I'm put off by the shape as such. I don't know, I'm not sure why I'm put off doing spirals. I really don't know, but I am. So while I am, I won't do them. But I did have this idea about perhaps creating a spiral. I'm not really sure where the spiral is going to go. I'm just playing at the moment. I had this idea of creating a thread spiral, and then which will actually be thicker than this, This is cotton thread. I think, yeah, probably twice the thickness. And then couching. I really love the whole idea of couching, of binding, mostly because I like breaking free. So the opposite effect of binding is also interesting to me. This here is too neat for me. This is actually hemp, naturally dyed hemp, which I've owned for about a good 100 years, I would say. And I used to weave with it, a sort of macrame, a hemp weaving. It's quite some years ago. And I'm so happy that I'm finally putting used to it. I actually did a little bit of stitching with this, and it's actually really difficult, but I enjoyed that difficulty. I enjoyed fighting with the thread in that instance. So that's what I'm thinking, and breaking free. I see threads, I see stitching, I think. I see stitching coming out, emanating out of this circle. I think I like the spiral there somehow.